What's up everyone, Sixpenny here, and EA Sports PGA Tour just released a brand new trailer for the game. It's about a 3-minute trailer specifically looking at the courses, and there's actually a lot of gameplay showed here as well. You get a good look at a lot of the courses in the game. They called this a deep dive when they announced this trailer. I wouldn't call this a deep dive on the courses. It left me wanting more, but still there's a lot of good stuff here. So first off, we're gonna watch the trailer. After that, I'm gonna break it all down for you all and go over everything. I have tons of other videos on the channel, including a ultimate preview for this game with all things gameplay and everything we know about it so far. You can check that out on the channel. I have recent news videos. You can find it all here on the Gamerability YouTube channel. So drop a like if you get some enjoyment. It really helps the channel, and subscribe to stay up to date on all things EA Sports PGA Tour leading up to its launch, and plenty of gameplay videos when the game launches. Let's watch this trailer.
In EA Sports PGA Tour, the tee is yours at 30 golf courses at launch, including some of the world's most prestigious tracks. Each course is designed in stunning quality, so you can immerse yourself in more of golf's finer details than ever before. These picture-perfect golf courses look incredible, but we didn't stop at visual authenticity. We've used a mix of state-of-the-art technologies at the home of the Masters, Augusta National, and the other courses to develop highly detailed terrain maps. This, combined with custom LiDAR helicopter flights for scans at lower altitude and slower speeds, resulted in more data point density and a higher level of realism than scans from publicly available sources. In addition to the course terrain map, this process also produced precise rendering of clubhouses, iconic vegetation, bridges, tee markers, rock formations, and other on-course elements. To be as granular as possible when constructing the courses and designing course dynamics, the development team spent years visiting these prestigious facilities. They walked and played the holes and surveyed with superintendents how the unique conditions at each location presented different challenges throughout each round of golf. From all of that precise data, the team meticulously handcrafted and tuned every aspect of every course for ultimate authenticity. With new lifelike course dynamics, we set out to replicate individual course conditions so each surface plays as accurately to the real thing as possible. Course dynamics ensures two things. First, each course is unique from one another, so no two play or feel the same. Take St Andrews, for example, the home of the 2022 Open Championship. It's a links course known to be fast and firm, and it will play and feel differently than a softer course like Harbour Town. Course dynamics also ensure that the outcome of every golf shot is more lifelike than ever. In combination with Pure Strike's innovative ball behaviour, we've designed the game for your golf ball to react differently to unique ground conditions at each location. So, whether you're teeing up for a quick round or competing for a major championship title, we want you to feel like you're really out there on these amazing championship courses, navigating one beautifully challenging shot at a time.
So there you have it. We saw a lot there, but I was hoping to see more of a deep dive into the courses. But let's go ahead and break it all down, and I'm going to highlight what really stuck out to me there. I thought it looked really good. I mean, I'm watching this in 4K right now on my monitor, and it looked really good graphically. But I will point out a few things I saw, especially with rendering distance and draw distance, that I will point out as we go on here. But got a really good look at the graphics. So I mean, we take a look at these first few shots here. I mean, of course, looking at Augusta, just graphically it looks really good. And of course, they talk about the 30 courses in the game. We already knew that. I talked about that in my ultimate preview article, but we get a lot of shots at the courses, and graphically these first few shots, keep in mind this is a trailer, it's gonna look good. But really liked what I saw as far as the overall presentation of the game here. So we get a good overview at Augusta here, all the fans everywhere. But this is what I wanted to show first. So the country club. So as we take a look at that, this is something that I've noticed in all of the gameplay trailers so far. So in the actual gameplay segments, take a look at this. For example, at the country club here, look at the textures. So they have really limited the draw distance of this game. So as we take a look at the ball, you can see the divot flying in the air. You can see the textures of the grass right next to the golfer. You can really see the fairway and see the textures, right? But look about 10 feet ahead of the golfer around both sides. So the draw distance is basically only for the high resolution textures is only right around the golfer. Outside of that, it just looks like you don't see texture of the grass, right? You don't see any of the texturized fairway or rough past that view, and you'll see that in multiple shots in this game. But I wanted to point that out, something I pointed out in another trailer, and this is probably, and they wanted the 4K textures, they wanted it to probably get to that targeted 30 FPS on consoles. So in order to do that, they probably had to limit the rendering distance and the draw distance. So hopefully this is something we see change, because that could be something that over time is very immersion breaking, when it's a drastic difference, right? You can see the fairway textures and you can see the difference past it, and to me it really sticks out to me, and I don't like the way it looks, honestly, there. And you'll see the same thing when that ball hits. It's slow, it's subtle, but you can see the same thing actually when that ball hits as well. When it actually hits on the green, you can start to see the rough start to pop in. You can see the texture here, but it starts to pop in right back here. So again, it's a similar draw distance. It seems to be right around the golf ball. So then they're showing they use drones, LiDAR, used a lot of technology flying around the courses here, but we get some beautiful screenshot here of these courses. Like, I mean, this is an in-game screenshot, and just look at that. It is gorgeous. So they're definitely going all in on the graphics, right? Which is what I would expect. They have a good shot at Augusta. Actually get a lot of good shots at Augusta in this video. Torrey Pines. And then we go again here to St. Andrews. So as we take a look, watch this ball when it hits the ground. Like, you can see, you notice the textures that are always in. The bushes, the high rough area seem to be in on this side, but you notice they're not in here, the weeds. So you don't really see that tall grass from St. Andrews across. You only see it right around where the golf ball is. But as we zoom in and watch this, watch when the ball hits. You can start to see, you can see pretty good textures around this area, but watch as the ball hits. Watch how it kind of lower resolution here. You can really see the fairway here, but watch as it loads in at the top of the screen. See how it loads in like a segment at a time right around the golf ball? That might not be a big deal to most people, right? Most people probably won't even notice it because you're watching where your ball is going. But that could be immersion breaking for a lot of players. And I like to point it out because it's something that really stood out to me. So it's showing that they actually went out to the golf courses and looked at row distances and tried to create the real-to-life experience. It's just that these screenshots of Augusta get me so fired up, though. And then we have St. Andrews. Then it's showing how they course Augusta National. And then one of my favorite golf holes in golf, TPC Sawgrass number 17. Fans everywhere. Looks gorgeous. The reflections off the water. You know, I can't wait to play this golf hole. And look at that. This pin location is going to be tough. That pin location is going to be a tough one for me. But just a beautiful view. Sawgrass. And then again, we take a shot at Augusta here. And what I want to point out, I know I'm pointing this out a lot, but graphics look gorgeous. I mean, you look at the sky, the vegetation, everything around this looks really pretty. But as we take again a look at the textures and the draw distance, right? The high resolution textures of actual, where you can really tell it's fairway, right, is right around the golfer. Same thing with the rough. You don't see any really of the rough resolution textures in this screenshot, of which, you know, once you get closer to the area, you would see it. But that's something that really stuck out to me in both gameplay trailers. And one thing you'll see, so this is an albatross here, of course, but I hope that this isn't always there. I hope there's a way to turn this off. I don't really like that animation. What do you all feel about that? I personally did not really like it very much, but Maybe once we play it, maybe it's just an edited trailer thing, but it's been in every specific kind of trailer we've seen. We've seen that kind of same animation. And then it's going on talking about the course dynamics, and then we have this putt up the slope here, goes through the fairway here, trickles on out. And then St. Andrews, another shot at St. Andrews here. Overall, graphics I think look really good. Actually, this one really stuck out to me. So we have St. Andrews on the left, Harbor Town on the right. It's gorgeous. I mean, the lighting, the backdrop, like the background. I think they nailed these environments, which is what they were going for, right? But again, this is where you can see the textures very noticeable. So look at this draw distance. Look at the textures, the high resolution fairway, the high resolution rough. You can really see it. Look 10 feet past. This looks like it's, I don't even know, like, see how it's blurry? This looks like a blurry, low resolution texture zone, especially the rough. And same thing back here. The backdrop looks beautiful, right? But that is really interesting that they went. I guess their thinking was the ball is going to be in the air. You're going to be watching the ball from the air. I know a lot of people have the cam on to watch it from the golfer until the ball hits the green. So you're going to see all that, right? You're going to see that fairway pop in and out. It's an interesting design choice here for that pop in and pop out. You see the same thing over here at Harbor Town, right? Look at the rough. Look at, it's kind of a blurry mess. You can't even tell that this is rough on the left or right. So those are things that really stuck out to me in these trailers. Like, yeah, it looks beautiful, but that draw distance needs some work. That draw distance of the grass needs some work. But beautiful shots there of St. Andrews and Harbor Town. They actually, yeah, they showed a lot of gameplay. And one thing that I noticed throughout here as we rewind this and take a look, they actually, one thing that I like about their textures and the fairways, it actually seems like the ball is kind of trickling and rolling on the fairways. That's one of the things that in PGA, the PGA 2K23 and 2K21 series, the fairways are always super smooth, right? And a lot of times fairways are, you know, the ball dribbles and the ball kind of rolls around. A lot of times in 2K21 and 2K23, it's that smooth surface. And this one, it seems like they've created that texture, and it really looks like a ball rolling in the fairway in real life. Now, how it actually plays when we actually get in the game, only time will tell. But that's one thing I really liked from this trailer. Then we get a look at Quail Hollow here, shot from the fairway using a finesse shot. So a lot of shot types in this game. It comes up short, hits, and it actually rolls back on this slope back into the sand here. And you can see the ball trail rolling in the sand as well. Just things that kind of stuck out to me there. It's showing, I don't know where the shot's coming from. So we don't actually know where the shot's going from. We know it hits, takes a bounce, then it goes in for hole in one, right? So those animations might be there the whole game. We'll see. But this shot I thought was gorgeous. Like, honestly, if somebody showed this to somebody, and they said, is this video game or real life? This is this picture to me, and I'm like, okay, is this real? I mean, look at the sky, the backdrop, the way these textures look, and this ball is going to roll back down and be a very difficult shot down here. Could you imagine? I'm going to find myself there. And this is probably my favorite sequence of the trailer, besides all the Augusta screenshots, obviously, but this was picture perfect. So this is one of those that you look at the draw distance. Draw distance is really good on this one. So I don't know if they've been showing different, if this trailer is made up from gameplay of all the, like, maybe PC with high draw distance, maybe console at 30 FPS with very short draw distance. As you take a look, I think this is probably the best showcase on the course as we talk about draw distance and graphics. I mean, from the water reflections, from the resolution of the textures over here of the weeds, the rough, the fairway, and also you can even see the texture all the way throughout. Like, even right behind, you see the tall grass, you can see the rough in front of the bunker, and the way the green looks. Like, I thought this was a beautiful view here of Pebble Beach. I mean, the signature golf hole, I thought they actually nailed this. This looks beautiful. But yeah, and again, you can see the resolutions loaded here at Pebble Beach. So I don't know what it is specifically. If maybe this was filmed on PC with high draw distance, but you notice you can see all the rough textures, and you have not been able to see that in any of the other ones. And you also don't see the green like popping in and popping out textures as well. I just didn't notice it on this Pebble Beach shot. So it's really hard to tell specifically, are the rollouts realistic? Is everything we see realistic? Because we don't technically know the specific shot shaping and everything that goes involved with these golf shots. We can see a little of the information on the right. We've seen a lot of finesse shots. So we get another shot at St. Andrews, and St. Andrews looks beautiful. I cannot wait to play these golf courses. And then Augusta, of course. And look at these vegetation and the lighting. I mean, they really went all out in creating these environments. I just hope it plays really well, right? You know, some of the animations I've seen in the trailers so far, they kind of, it's not that the animations look bad, but sometimes they look choppy. And I think that comes down to, like, it could come down to the game being at 30 frames per second on console, and maybe a lot of this gameplay is on console. But I noticed some choppiness in some of the animations, and some of the ball flights and the backgrounds kind of shuddering a little bit throughout. But, you know, we really don't know until we actually get our hands on the game and how it's going to look. But overall, I do think this was a good trailer. I was hoping for more of a deep dive of the courses, because that's what they hinted at. This was going to be a deep dive course reveal, because we've seen a lot of this already. But we got a lot more looks of the courses here. We've got a lot more, I mean, really a lot more gameplay in this trailer. But it just, I'm still hyped. I'm fired up about this game. I just hope that it plays as good as it looks, right? And that's all the thing about a golf game, is how does the gameplay feel? How's the performance? You know, 30 FPS on consoles. Is it a smooth 30 FPS? Is there that draw distance problem that we've seen in all the trailers? You know, is it choppy? If a 30 FPS game starts to drop frames, you can really notice it. So hopefully it's a smooth 30, but hopefully they get that 60 FPS performance mode in soon. Who knows? Maybe they get it at launch. So that is something they're working on. They did mention they're listening to the community on that, and they're working on the 60 FPS mode. Looking forward to that. But yeah, really excited to see how this game actually plays when it comes out. You all will have to let me know what you thought about this trailer. What are you most looking forward to? What are some things you noticed in the trailer, maybe that didn't really stick out to me but stuck out to you? Did I miss something that you really liked? But let me know what you all think. If you all got some enjoyment in the video, drop a like. It really helps. Subscribe for more. Plenty more content coming for you all here on the Gamerability YouTube channel. If you want more content from me, also check out the second channel, Gamerability 2. Link in the description to that. I will be posting a lot of content for this game on this channel, but also on the other channel as well. So stay tuned. I will see you in the next one. As always, have a fantastic day, everybody.